One way to classify numbers is by looking at what is it that they are used to represent. For example, let's take these four kinds of numbers. 10 people in a room, a length of 2 feet, temperature of 72 Fahrenheit, or $3 in my pocket. Some of these numbers are what we call exact, and some of them are approximate. So can you pause the video at this point and can tell which is which? Um, so 10 people and $3 are exact numbers, whereas the lengths and the temperatures are approximates. Now, how do you classify or find out the difference between exact and approximate numbers? It's by looking at how you arrive at that number. In general, if you have counting numbers, those are going to be exact. Whereas if you are doing some sort of a measurement, no matter how good your instrument is, that measurement is always an approximate. Right? And it makes it approximate because, unlike counting, it's not a property that you are directly observing. You're using an instrument to make a measurement, and then you're arriving at that number, which means that, for example, instrument 1 might give the length as 24 inch. Instrument 2, which is slightly better, may give it as 24.1. Instrument 3 may give it as 24.07. Instrument 4 may give it as 24.067, etc. So this week, this is another of a prereq, sort of learning the vocabulary of talking about exact and approximate numbers. So you've already worked with exact numbers. You know the algebra. You know how they add, how they divide, multiply. The goal for this week is going to be to learn how to talk about approximate numbers, because a lot of times, or mostly in real life, we are using an instrument to measure something, and we use that measurements to create objects. So we need to know the vocabulary to talk about these measurements in the right manner.